the unseen architect, building your legacy with grit and grace. Hello and welcome. Wherever you are, sitting in traffic, the hum of the freeway, a dull roar around you, walking through the park, the crunch of gravel under your feet, or curled up in your favorite chair, the world finally quiet, I'm truly glad you're here. This isn't just another voice in your ear. This is a conversation about the two most powerful, most fundamental tools you already possess. Tools that don't require a special gene, a lucky break, or a rich benefactor. They are called hard work and persistence. And no, this isn't about the kind of hard work that just leaves you drained and empty, and persistence isn't about stubbornly banging your head against a wall, hoping it will eventually crumble. This is about something far more profound, far more creative. This is about becoming the unseen architect of your own future. Let's begin with a story, but I don't want you to just hear it. I want you to step into it. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the dust motes dancing in a sliver of light cutting through a high studio window. Smell the damp mineral scent of stone and the sharp tang of metal. Hear the hollow, echoing clink, clink, clink of a hammer meeting a chisel. There she is, a sculptor. Her hair is tied back, a fine gray dust coats her arms, mingling with sweat. Before her stands a massive, rough, unremarkable block of Carrara marble. To anyone else, it's just a rock. Cold, hard, intimidating, a monolith of impossibility. But she doesn't see the rock. Her fingertips, calloused and knowing, trace the surface, and she feels what is possible. She sees the graceful curve of a shoulder waiting to bear the weight of the world. She feels the powerful line of a jaw set with determination. She can almost glimpse the silent, profound story in the eyes of the figure sleeping within the stone. Now, watch her first strike. The hammer falls. Tink. A few tiny, insignificant chips skitter across the floor. The rock barely seems to notice. The 10th strike? A few more chips? The 100th? Perhaps a shallow groove begins to form. It is backbreaking, repetitive, and frankly, tedious work. Day after day. Strike after strike. The progress is measured in millimeters and grams of dust. But she persists. Not because she enjoys the ache deep in her bones or the dust that coats her throat, but because she is hypnotized by a vision. Every strike, no matter how small, is a whispered conversation with the future. Every bit of effort, every moment of strain is a conscious choice to reveal one more minuscule part of the masterpiece hidden within. You are both the sculptor and the marble. Hard work is your hammer and chisel. It's the focused, deliberate energy you apply. It's the late night you spend staring at a textbook, your eyes gritty with fatigue, when your bed whispers your name. It's the extra hour on the practice field, long after everyone else has gone home, the sound of your own ragged breath your only companion. It's the courage to open a blank document and write that terrifying first sentence of the novel only you can write. It's the deep breath you take before you raise your hand in a meeting to voice the idea that's been burning inside you. But persistence is the vision. It's the unwavering belief in the masterpiece, even when all you have to show for your labor is a pile of rubble and a rock that looks more scarred and broken than when you began. It's the force that makes you pick up the hammer on the 1000th day when you feel, in your soul, that you've made no progress at all. We live in a world that is addicted to the highlight reel. The graduation day, the championship win, the product launch, the viral moment. We see the finished statue, polished and glorious, standing on a pedestal under the warm spotlight. We applaud. What we don't see, what is carefully edited out, are the thousands of unseen, unglamorous strikes that brought it into being. We don't see the failures, the mistakes, the moments of soul-crushing doubt, the times the chisel slipped and gouged a terrible scar right where the heart should be. And that, right there, is the secret they don't put in the brochure. The slips are not failures. They are not signs that you should quit. They are data. They are the marble itself talking back to you. It's saying, not that way. The grain runs differently here. Try a lighter touch. Try a different angle. Learn from me. Persistence is the wisdom to listen to that feedback, to smooth the rough edge, and to adjust your swing. Think of J.K. Rowling, a single mother on welfare, writing in Edinburgh cafes while her baby slept. Her manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers. 12 times the marble said no. But her persistence was her vision of Hogwarts, so clear she could almost smell the polish on the moving staircases. The 13th publisher said yes. Or consider the true story of Thomas Edison. He didn't just invent the light bulb in a sudden flash of genius. He persisted through over 10,000 attempts that didn't work. 10,000 times the experiment failed. When a young reporter, incredulous, asked him, "Mr. Edison, how did it feel to fail 10,000 times?" The inventor didn't even blink. He replied, "Young man, I have not failed. I've successfully discovered 10,000 ways that will not work." His hard work was the act of conducting each experiment. His persistence was the brilliant, unshakable mindset that reframed every failure as a vital step forward. So, how do you build this? How do you cultivate this relentless, graceful persistence within yourself? First, fall in love with the process, not just the prize. If you only want the six-pack abs, every workout will be a grind. But if you can learn to love the feeling of your blood pumping, the rhythm of your breath, the strength flowing into your limbs, then the gym becomes your sanctuary, not your sentence. If you only want the published book, the blank page will terrorize you. But if you fall in love with the sound of keys clicking, with weaving words together like a tapestry, then the writing itself becomes the reward. Second, break your masterpiece into tiny, manageable chips. Looking at the entire immense block of marble is paralyzing. I have to get a PhD feels impossible. I have to build $1 million business is overwhelming. But I will read and summarize one research paper today is manageable. I will make 5 sales calls this morning is doable. Your persistence is fueled not by monumental leaps, but by small daily wins, chip by chip by chip. Third, make friends with discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in the plush, familiar armchair of your comfort zone. That feeling of frustration when you're trying to learn a new language and your tongue trips over the words? That's the feeling of your brain building new neural pathways. That muscle ache during a heavy lift. That's the feeling of fibers tearing and repairing, stronger than before. Persistence is leaning into that discomfort, acknowledging it, and saying, "Ah, there you are. This is what progress feels like." And finally, build a sanctuary for your willpower. You cannot be persistent if you are running on empty. Your willpower is not infinite. It's a precious reservoir. Protect it. Guard your sleep like the treasure it is. Eat food that truly fuels your machine. And most importantly, surround yourself with fellow sculptors. Find the people who will walk into your studio, see the messy, dusty, seemingly ruined rock, and not flinch. They'll hand you a chisel when you've dropped yours from exhaustion and say, "I see it. I see the figure in there. Keep going. It's going to be breathtaking." Maybe you're listening to this right now and you're just tired. You've been swinging your hammer for what feels like an eternity, and you can't see the statue. All you see is the damage, the mistakes, the scars. Maybe you've even put the chisel down and walked away thinking, "It's no use." If that's you, I want you to do something for me. I want you to picture something. Picture the person you want to be in 5 years. That version of you is stronger, wiser, more confident. They carry themselves with a quiet assurance that comes from having built something incredible. They are looking back at you, right now, through the veil of time. And what do you think they want to say to you? Do you think they'd look at your weary eyes and your dusty hands and say, "I'm so glad you gave up when it got hard. I'm so happy you decided it was too much trouble"? Number 2, that future you, that masterpiece you are tirelessly sculpting, is leaning forward, their hand on your shoulder, whispering directly into your heart. "Please, keep going. I am in here. I exist because of you, because of your choices today. Your persistence is the only bridge that leads to me. Build it, one stone, one strike, one day at a time." Your hard work is the price of admission to that future. Your persistence is the VIP pass. So pick up your tools, not with resentment, but with purpose. See the vision even when it's invisible. Embrace the chips. Listen to the feedback of your mistakes and build. You are not just building a career or a grade or a body. You are building a life of character, resilience, and profound strength, a life that is uniquely, magnificently yours. Keep chipping away. Thank you for listening. Now go and build something beautiful.